So here is part 2 of the most constructive and positive Outriders thread on Reddit. Actually rotated a single time. Diago's store rotates the normal gear, it does not rotate the legendary gear. Ooh, there's a lot going on here, guys. Substantial Singer 29. I've been saying this for months now, that realistically, if they want to create an end game, they already have the systems in place, they just need to utilize them. Drop pod resources, those things that become irrelevant in about a weekend. I agree, I got about 500, 600,000 of them. Let the player use drop pod resources to reroll attributes. Firepower on weapons randomly from min to maximum. Heck, they could even let the loot drop pods lie to manipulate your mods on items. Not only does this incentivize and reward players just for doing an expedition, but also gives them something, even if they didn't actually get the item they wanted to drop. Not to mention that it inadvertently adds to the transmog system to the game. I doubt this is ever going to happen, but one can dream. Yes, we can, guys. I brought that point up exactly. It can be a form of transmog re-rolling legendary gear. Just make it cost a shit ton, right? Make sure you go check out that video, guys. I'll leave a link right above the last video. Check it out. Hit that like button on there, bump it up on the algorithm, and make sure you hit a sub and hit that bell icon to stay up to date with this sort of content. Joker Juice. Re-rolling gear is not my idea of a great endgame. Good idea, but I want something other than expeditions, not another reason to run them. Joker Juice. Yes and no. That's all I'll say. Substantial Singer. Here's the problem that people have to keep in mind. This is not a live service game. It was advertised as not being a live service game, and they aren't going to turn it into one. This means effectively, if you want to change something in the in-game, you have to use pre-existing things that are already in the game. Also means we're not getting new maps until they come out with a DLC, and the content's not going to change. Would a new play mode be fun? Sure. I think he means would a new play mode be fun? Sure, but we're going to see that till they release DLC. If they do, we're not going to see that. My English is terrible. Holy shit. Agreed. Substantial Singer is right. This is not a games as a service, guys. It will never be. So there's a couple of comments down low saying something about adding a season pass. Bitch, please, this ain't Fortnite. It's not. We already paid $90 for this or $60 for this, whatever you paid for it. You already paid for this. Why do you want to pay for something else? The reason below is the person says, if we pay for it, the season pass, they can use that money to improve the game. They've got the money. They by far blew out their targets, and they've got the money to fix the game. How about you take a loss on this one and make number 2 better, and you can get my money. Then you can get my money when it's perfect. I'm definitely not going to buy it on day 1, but I'll buy a perfect game. My biggest things are loadouts and stash place. Final Striker. My biggest things are loadouts and stash space. Personally, seriously, give me like 1,000 spaces already. I agree, man. I don't know why it's not infinite, to be honest. Probably fix glitches first, but this list ain't too bad. Yo, look, Abject Fly 2146. I agree with you. But at the same time, they are also fixing the glitches. Like, this game is very different, or performs very different from day 1. I know some people have specific issues that haven't dropped off, but most people have, for the most part, been able to play the game no problem now. Invent a time machine and go back in time to not launch a broken game. Again, I mentioned this before. I don't think anybody that's got a creative bone in their body believes that a dev team wants to put out a glitchy mess. The dev team does not. Publisher, on the other hand, doesn't give a fuck. They just want to make money. When money's involved, time's involved, that's always going to trump it, unfortunately. Why do you want a level higher than legendary rather than a wider variety of legendary items? Give them a balanced pass, maybe. Horde mode would be great, or some sort of in-game challenge that wasn't timer-based. That would do a lot to promote diversity. Girl, yes. Great Monkey, let me throw something out there too. Icon to show item has been crafted without needing to hover over it. Return to camp/city. I started the expedition when I'm soloing. A quick key to show item stats. Cool. More ways to use pod resources. Strip purple gear down to green. Stats don't get updated when switching gear until you click another gear. I think that's a glitch. Lock mod should still display tooltips on mouse hover. Shared mod pool among characters, please. 3 marks. Mark for dismantle, mark for sell, mark to keep. I agree with all these points. I like Great Monkey's points. VRH Mason, more mods, survival, defend the truck, escort the truck to endless missions. Add challenges to CTs, which will increase chance of getting legendary. Enemy has more shield, enemy deals more damage, stay close to teammates or get damaged, stay away from it. That's a fantastic one. Challenges would be fantastic. Bravo, VRH Mason. Bravo, sir. Loadouts. Shooting range, matchmake with CT map selection, random stat rolls on legendaries. What are less likely things but would love to see them? Raids, more big bosses. Yeah, I don't know why we don't have that. I forget that big boss's name. Comment below. That one that knocks over the truck in one of the main story missions. Crystalloid, that's the one. Bosses like that would be dope. Man, people have some fucking ideas, bro. This thread is going very well. Change the cover system from a hard lock to natural and dynamic. Instead of pushing a button to enter cover, have a crouch button and your character will naturally shoot around it or near it and against it. This would be way smoother for a fast-paced game like this. Hard locking is clunky and slow for endgame. Yes. Improve the vaulting system. Yes. Mod balancing. Too many AoE mods are oversimplified and do pretty much the same or similar. Deal damage in a 5-meter radius, X amount of seconds. Make some scale with different variables. Agreed. Improve sound so it's more level across the board. Agreed. Some sound effects are brutally loud compared to the rest of the game, such as this Trickster's melee. Agreed. Making dodge rolling immune to stagger or more naturally make phase dodge mod a permanent unlock for all classes. That would be dope, and if it matched the color of the class, that would be even doper. It's not a word. Make skill animations immune to crowd control mechanics. Trickster can be frozen during Cyclone and even in the middle of his or her melee animation, which should counter freezing to begin with. Yes. Create brief CC immunity for players after they've been frozen or staggered to prevent chain stun locking. Yes, that does still happen. Have legendary weapons include another attribute or mod slot to actually make them more legendary. Yes! Granted, they are only weapons that can hold 2 tier 3 mods, but most of them just feel underwhelming. Fixing and balancing tier 3 mods will help, but having an additional attribute would be great to take them one more step above epics. I agree, sir. Jinx. I'd love a good build manager and raids with mechanics that emphasize teamwork and give some relevance to the synergy between classes rather than being about how quickly you can complete them. I say that as a dev who can gold CT 15s, also high challenge tiers. I like it. I don't. Joker Juice. He's back at it. Joker Juice, you up here. I don't like the raid idea. This is content for a very small portion of the community. Most people don't have large groups of friends to play with, and matchmaking for raids never goes well. On top of that, they will lock gear behind it. Give modes everyone can enjoy, like a horde mode, preferably a mode that you can play solo with how many multiplayer issues this game has. Millilikin 84. I don't specifically think the current expedition mode is that well thought out either. It's the same type as in any other loot shooter in the form that they're rushing as fast as you can is the only option, which subsequently rules out certain weapons and builds because DPS is lower. I've yet to see anyone actually use a sniper on an expedition since there is no time to do any effective cover shooting when enemies keep hiding behind their covers. I agree. I've never making some good points. A horde mode would be cool, where you start on CT and then X amount of waves would increase difficulty. As wave progress, you get loot depending on how far you make it, with a bonus if you complete it. Yes. Ashen. Loadouts, in-game chat, unique bosses with mechanics, raid for 2 groups, modes like Warframe, transmog system, more world tiers, let 1 stat on weapon and armor reroll materials, cosmetics, story, DLC, dungeons without timers and events. No, Joker Juice, you really don't like raids, sir. You're in here again. No raids. I don't want gear locked behind some mode that only elites with 5 buddies can beat. Bruh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna call you out here, Joker Juice. You need to have 5 buddies, bro. You need to have 5 buddies. Moldy001. Hit damage score in game, make them easy to see and distinguish. In game stats have average highest damage. Whew, we're almost there, guys. We're almost there. How long we got left? Oh, golly, we're close. We're close. We'll knock it out the park. Mishja DK. They need to make CT 15 plus levels without increasing gear levels. This would be fairly easy to make without adding a DLC, and would let us progress by making new embeddables. Why they made a finite difficulty level and tried to balance around it is beyond me. Diablo 3, blah blah blah. Even though I have and can currently enjoy Outriders, I don't actually want a DLC. Just make Outriders 2 and make it much better. Not interested in a new campaign with the same crap engine design. It has to be open world without any annoying loading. Co-op multiplayer has to be seamless and without lobby. I agree. I like those. Alf Murph. I just want New Game Plus, with all legendary drops to replay the campaign and play anything else from the expeditions. I like that. They think they already hurt their reputation too much to dig out of the hole they put themselves. I don't know about you guys, but would you buy the next game they made? I won't. Fleece Seek Lover. People make mistakes, you know? There's a reason that this haven't been uploaded. Again, I recognize issues with the game. I'm not willing to bury something that people spent years building and not give them the chance to revive it. Random stat rolls, literally 0 reason to farm. Lock legendaries is a fucking joke. You watching me poop? Wouldn't mind seasonal system like Diablo. I don't think a seasonal system would work. Any form of targeted farming or higher chances of getting gear you haven't already. I'm personally sick of getting the same 4 pieces of armor from soloing gold CT 15 gold runs, and I'm desperate for an Inferno seed. Something exactly like Canai's Cube to tackle higher difficulties. Somebody explain that to me. Make a proper dungeony game mode. Random map, random enemy pack, random boss. I think that would be freshen things up. Even use random hunt and wanted mission maps with added mechanics. Pillars, clear paths, elites. 3 is never gonna happen. Alright, bruh. Add C, time attack mode, team v team, new maps, new levels, new item upgrades, above legendary, PvP equals greatest game ever. I forgot shop skins. I responded, I like what you're saying, but unfortunately it's not a game as a service, so I doubt stuff like skin store will ever be in this game. Outriders 2, maybe they will. I would make a huge DLC with all that stuff into it. Outriders has the potential to be huge in my honest opinion. I agree. The skin, MOBA style, to better understand, would also be a great source of additional revenue so people can fly in order to develop the game. That's what I was talking about before. AdSea, they've got your money, bro. They don't need more. I agree, it's not a game as a service. I think as someone who plays this casually, they are actively fixing bugs. This is obvious. The people that are complaining that they aren't fixing bugs are just complaining that they aren't fixing their specific bug quick enough. That was my 2 cents. Spaz the Gamer, we need seasons. No seasons, bro. Asmonzin 2009. I would like a new game plus. Yes. 1, 2, 3, and 5. Yes, everything else a big no. Okay, VR Mason. Absolutely no to anyone saying raids. People can fly is too small, and let's be honest, not skilled enough to pull that off effectively. It would take too much time and resources from keeping this ragged ship afloat, and only to please a small percentage of a already diminished player base. And that's my thread, guys. Holy moly, lots of positivity here. There was only a couple of people that were negative here, and that is rare. That is rare for Reddit. One of the most positive threads I've ever been a part of, or started on Reddit. I appreciate everybody that commented. That's the video, guys. If you want to go comment on the thread, I'll leave a link in the description below. Make sure you check out that 6 things people should do to add to the endgame video. That's it for today, guys. I'm out. Peace. If you like the content in this video, guys, make sure you drop a like, hit that sub button, and turn that bell icon on for more. My name is Marv, and we're done.